Welcome to EnergizeUtv. This is a space for conscious conversation, grounded leadership, and embodied truth. I'm Angel Marie. Each episode delivers fresh perspectives, expert insight, and actionable strategies to help viewers elevate their energy, expand their potential, and live with greater purpose and vitality. This is not just a TV episode. It is a movement to awaken the world, raise collective consciousness, and inspire positive change. Greetings, and welcome to the show. I'm so excited that you're here this week with us. And you know what? This is EnergizeUtv, where energy meets modern life. I'm Angel Marie, your activation catalyst. Take a moment, because this conversation has been coming up, and this question has been coming up a lot. Are you manifesting from hope or activating from personal power? So powerful. Because are you taking your personal power, or are you hoping for something? Now, this is the thing, is I've said for years that I don't really believe in hope. What do you mean you don't believe in hope? Well, I don't. Because I really believe that hope keeps what you desire somewhere in the future. Yet hope says maybe one day. And then hope also says, I wish. For personal power. That says, I am activating the energy, my thoughts, all my choices, my decisions, to actually have that action that moves me towards what I deserve and what I desire. And that's the powerful part. And I want you to lean in with me right now, because that is why that today's episode is Activate Your Energy, Living Beyond Manifestation. Everywhere I go, this is a key thing going on right now. And what I really hear so often is, I know what I want. How do I activate it? And that's why I handpicked this amazing light worker and dear friend, Erlinda Vo. She is the activating architect and the founder of the Spa of Your Soul. She's not only an amazing healer, energy worker, event host, she helps visionary leaders just like you move beyond manifesting their future and begin activating it through energy and the nervous system and intentional design. Activating archetype. We're going to have to ask her about what that really means. But before we bring her on, let's talk about something that is in the center of everything that we do, especially right now with everything going on in the world, right? It's about energy. So come with me, because I just love to play. And this is Einstein. And remember, I love Einstein. And he said, and I quote, energy can never be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Now, let's take that in for a moment. Think about it. Really let it land with you. If energy cannot be created or destroyed, then energy is consistently moving, changing, and expressing itself in different ways. It is in every conversation, isn't it? It's in everything that we do, from our choices, to our thoughts, to our emotions, to every environment, any place you walk into. It's all energy. And yes, your body is designed to work with the energy. Did you know that your heart generates the electromagnetic field, and it has more electromagnetic field than the brain? 5,000 more. It's amazing. I mean, your brain is communicating, through electromagnetic signals also. Your nervous system is constantly gathering information and responding to the world around. Every second, and I tell my students this, every millisecond of your life, every day, every moment, your body is receiving and transmitting. We have they've proven 80,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts. moving in and out. So when you walk into a room, maybe your stomach might drop or something. And you might go, what is that? Well, what that is, that's energy. And sometimes it feels welcoming. And sometimes it feels heavy and yucky. And yeah, maybe it feels inspiring too. But the thing is your body will notice before your mind even catch up to it, what is happening. So the energy you bring influences the life you create. Well, let's just think about that for a moment. And this is the thing. Reality is not fixed. It is in a field of vibrating energy waiting for your mind to direct it, to also program it. It's waiting for you. It's saying, hey, what are we doing? Let's just pause for a moment because reality isn't fixed. You mean everything isn't fixed? Everything isn't? No, it really isn't. And that energy field that searches that energy around you, it's waiting for you. Your thoughts matter. You've heard that before. Your focus matters. Your emotion matters. Because where your attention goes, that's where your energy will flow. Mm-hmm. When your mind is scattered, you're scattered. Everything is scattered. Your energy's, and that's how it follows. When your mind is focused, though, your energy becomes what? More intentional, more in that state. And when your energy becomes intentional, your actions what? More aligned with what matters most. I want you to take a moment, wherever you're at, please take stock and just think about this, but yet feel it. So what you think about, you bring about. I'm saying it in a different way, but I really like that because it is. What you think about, you bring about. So let's experience this together. I want you to say this with me, which is my favorite. Everything in my life is easy. Again, breathe it in, relax. Everything in my life is easy. Take another breath. Notice now. Take that breath. That feels in your body. Notice what shifts. You are not simply repeating words, are you? No, you're really not. You are setting a direction. You are setting that program into effect. You are telling your mind, your heart, your body, your energy, new instructions. Ooh, right? A new possibility, a new way of responding to your life. Like everything in my life is easy. Everything, no matter what is happening around you, you get to choose your energy you bring into the moment. Pretty heavy, isn't it? Take a moment just to think about it. Allow the feeling of ease to settle into your mind, your nervous system, your body, and into your day. Because everybody says that to me, and it's really funny. They're like, Angel, all kinds of stuff will happen, but it always seems it's easy. It's because all I think about is easy. So I really appreciate you playing with me today. I appreciate you being here and investing your time here. So I am going to ask you please to take a drink of water. You know how much I love you. And on Instagram and Facebook, I come on every morning and remind you, take your breath and then also to drink your water. Why? It'll help align your nervous system. It helps with your vagus nerve. It helps you to focus. And I love you that much. So let's jump right now. Let's get moving into personal power energy and how this actually feels in your body and in your life. Because I always pick a theme every episode. So have you ever noticed there are moments when you feel like unstoppable, like you're clear, you're focused, you're ready to go? And then there's those moments you question yourself, ask yourself, and you really do hand your power over to someone else's opinion sometimes, don't you? I see it sometimes in my clients and my students, and I even see it in me sometimes. I go, wait a minute, why am I listening to? And that is powerful because when you hand it over to someone else's, what changed? Your connection to your personal power did. So let's read this quote from the Shine On book. And yes, I quote myself, and it's secret number 9. And in secret number 9, it is personal power is accepting and acting upon your uniqueness. Now let's take a breath into this, because that's a pretty tough one, isn't it? Or a pretty powerful one. Accepting, acting upon your uniqueness. Personal power is accepting and acting, right? Because you're unique. You are amazing because you are the only one that has you, right? No, not because of anything else, but you are that beautiful person. And not someone else's uniqueness, not someone else's gift, not someone else's. You have your own path. It's yours. I believe and I really feel, and I know this, that every person is born with personal power. You have your own. You didn't earn it. You didn't buy it. You don't have to find it somewhere outside of yourself. You actually just really ignite it, identify it, and really step into it. So really, the question is whether you are using it. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you known exactly what you wanted to do, and then you talk to someone else and it shifts it? Oh, how many times have you done that? Come on, take a moment and allow yourself to really move into that. Because I know I have. And it's really important to understand this, that you have your own inner knowing. And how many times have you shrunk your dreams, your goals? I know I did. 30 years ago I did, because 30 years ago they said, you're crazy and I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Nobody knows this energy healing and understands anything about this energy stuff, and you're just crazy. And they really did. Even my family, they just were like, what is she doing? Thought I was crazy. And you know what? I shrunk and I didn't do my dream, and I wonder where I'd be. But yet it's like you went with their vision. They don't even. So anyway, let's move on because we've all done it. And in this, we've all done is knowing that we've done it, and now let's move forward, because we don't want to give away a little piece of ourselves anymore. Because we really can handle it. We really can. And this is the thing. Most people are not losing their power. They're giving it away. We know this. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's circumstance, sometimes it's just the opinions of our family, our friends, our coworkers, or even total strangers that look at you funny and you might be like, ooh, maybe I better change. Ooh, stop it. Right? So when you step into your personal power, you begin making different choices, decisions. You begin trusting yourself. You begin listening to your intuition. Ooh, yeah. You begin taking action. That's the biggest thing, right? Everything is always, okay, yeah, you get it, but are you taking the action? And you know, that's where really your life shifts. And that's what I want for you, because I love you so much. And one of the things that one of my Reiki students taught me about personal power many, many years ago is that she came in and she told me that she was in school and she was given an A for one of her essays. And most people, you know, you'd probably be like, oh, you celebrate that grade and, you know, and yay, you move on. But the thing is she realized that a friend looked at the essay and noticed all these errors in the essay. And she's like, wait a minute. Am I going to just let this go? That's personal power. A moment. Have you ever been given something and you could just say, hey, I'm going for an A, or have you settled? Have you ever had a result that was good enough, even though deep down you knew you were capable of more? That was the moment she found herself in. She had the A. No one was asking her for anything more. No one was requiring her to make any corrections. And no one would blame her. She just left it the way it was. Yet this was the big point that I really loved about what she taught me, is that personal power is not about what other people expect from you. Personal power is about what you expect from yourself. Whoa, right? She had a choice. She did. And the thing was, is in that choice, in that moment, in that moment that she had, she chose that she didn't want to just ignore the mistakes because it mattered to her. Instead, she decided to tell herself and really hold herself to that higher. That's what got me and what you taught me. She held herself into a higher standard. Not because someone told her to, because she really chose it. And she decided to look at it not like it was grammar or spelling, but really she decided about identifying who was she becoming. Someone who settled or someone who honored her potential. Can you feel the difference in that? Wow. Because think about how many of us have these moments, that we just go, that's good enough. That's what I want you to look at. Because maybe it is just an ethic, but maybe it's your health. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's also in business. Or maybe it's the dream you keep postponing because everybody else is going, don't worry about it. You know, you're good enough. You got to make enough money. You just stay where you're at. Maybe it's that. You know, because really what? Life presents us with these moments all the time, doesn't it? I mean, it is a constant. And yet also the moments when no one is watching, moments when no one is demanding more from us, moments when we get to decide who we really are. She corrected it. And then she began paying more attention to all of the future stuff that she was putting out. And what happened was she raised her own standard and she changed it. The thing is her standards changed, her habits changed. Yes, they did. And even her confidence changed. You know, of course, it wasn't overnight. Nothing happens overnight, let me tell you, when it comes to all this, it doesn't. Because you have to stay consistent with it. But the big thing is that one act of personal power, one at a time, helped you. What? Months later, she, you know, it was so wonderful because months later she contacted me and she said to me, wow, you know what? I just graduated. And I graduated with a Samana Kamala. It's that really big, when you get all those awards. I'm so proud of her, and she's so proud of herself because she didn't just settle. She didn't just take it. She did it. And then you know what? Here's what I want you to really do now. It's the graduation was not victory. It really wasn't. It wasn't that. The victory happened the day she decided not to settle. And I don't want you to settle either. Because the biggest thing is the real transformation happens in a quiet moment when she chose that excellence over approval and growth over comfort. Wow. That is when you really step into the personal power. And that's when it works. And let me tell you, it rarely arrives with fireworks. It usually arrives in a place of small decisions, conversations, boundaries, commitment, you know, the choice to trust yourself. And those small decisions become your future. Let me ask you this. When in your life have you been settling for just good enough, just getting by? And I tell my students, my friends, and I tell them, you know, I love you so much. Don't hurt my best friend and just settle. Because you are not just good enough. Because you've been really waiting to really step into that genius, that possibility, and accept that you are one of those possibilities. Because your future is not built on those big moments. It really isn't. It is really built on the small personal decisions, choices that you make every day. They really are. Those are the ones that you will step into, and you will really get to understand that You make those decisions. You make those choices. And those are powerful. So I want you to breathe into this for a moment, because I know you can relate to this. And I want you to step into how you focus on what you really want to be now, and focus on how you really want to show up. Because when you focus on those choices, you change that. Because that personal power is, have you ever known the answer? Yes. Oops, I apologize. That is the wrong one. But yet, going back to the encouragement I'm giving you, I want you to step into, I don't want you to think about what would make everybody else happy. No more, no more. I encourage you to ask, what is in alignment with you? Who are you becoming, and who are you, and how are you showing up now? When you trust that, you're not trusting anyone else. You really trust you, not social media, no one. You really trust you. You know what happens? The beauty starts. And that's the moment when you really step into not giving away your power. Because you really have the power to allow yourself to have the authority in your life. No judgment, no shame when you look at this. Notice it. Be aware of real, maybe you're giving it away, and bring it back. Because it's a beautiful thing. In those moments, it was when you recognize how powerful you really are. I want you to think about it for a moment. Where are you being called to step more fully into your personal power? I'm going to leave you with that question right now. I want you to stay tuned right now with us, right here, right now, because when we come back, we are going to beyond the conversation of manifesting and exploring what it really means to today. Because Erlinda Vo has dedicated her work to helping people bridge the gap between vision and reality, intention and action. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this message.
If you're listening to the EnergizeUtv, you already know the power of connection. Now imagine sharing your contact info instantly, no typing, no paper, no friction. Our digital business cards let you share your name, phone, social links, and website with one simple scan. Perfect for professionals who want to automate building their network. Ready to upgrade how you connect? Scan the QR code on the screen and get your digital business card built by JavaLogix today.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Preston, so much, all the way out of Canada, for putting that together. And go ahead and take a look, and go ahead and take a shot of this. This is my digital business card. And let me tell you, it is stellar. Videos, all kinds of stuff. You want to take that, take a look at it, and then call Preston, give him a message, and tell him what? Yeah, go ahead and tell him, hey, Angel sent me, and I get the Angel discount. And I also want you to know that I so appreciate you and love you for being here, for sharing this, for pressing that YouTube and smashing that button and sending it on. So you know what? Thank you. You helped raise the vibes today on the planet. And I see you and celebrate you. And thank you so much. And as we're now starting to move to the next, we're going to welcome our beautiful Erlinda, our beautiful lady today, to help us with understanding. And there she is. Okay. Yay. Yay. Welcome, welcome. So please, if you could tell us, I know you, I love you. So please tell us who you are.
Oh, well, I'm Erlinda Vo. And first of all, Angel Marie, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a joy you are to be around. You light up a room, and thank you for that. Yeah, I'm Erlinda Vo. I don't know. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's hot here right now, but you might be able to tell I love makeup and I love essential oils. Those are two of kind of my favorite things. And really making a difference in the world and helping to vibe up the planet. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, fabulous. And we've known each other for a while.
Oh my gosh, yes. I walked into Light Workers Gifts about, I think, 14 years ago. And I met you then. I know, can you believe it? Which, by the way, was just recently. I think it was like May 20th or something, like 21st, 14 years ago. You know how like Facebook is that reminder? So I couldn't believe it. I mean, you've just touched so many lives. Like really, really, I see the ripple effect that you are in the world, and thank you. Yeah, really.
Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, and it was 14 years ago when you walked into that wellness center. Wow. Yeah, I'm so blessed. So thank you for being here. Let's just dive right in because I know you viewers and you listeners, you're ready to go. So what we're talking about is about understanding how to manifest by activating. And that's what you call yourself, is the activating
It's
architect.
actually the actualizing architect.
I apologize.
No, it's totally fine. It's like you've heard of like the self-actualization from Maslow's hierarchy, but this is like, how do you actualize? And that's what I'm architecting. It's not just about manifesting it around or in your life. It's about actualizing it and embodying it. And, I love the whole personal power thing that you were talking about, and like putting your heart first. And how do you have your heart guide you to actualize and embody the things that you are really attracting in your life?
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So let's just start right in because there's a research from Heart Math Institute, and this study suggests that the heart's rhythm influences the emotion, connective function, and nervous system regulation. Now, with that being said, you help people in your events, in one-on-ones, in what you do, and amazing what you do to activate their energy. So how can someone begin creating more of that coherence between what you think, feel, and do?
Yeah, I think really one of the biggest lessons I've learned is a lot to do with the environment. And the environment can really support you in that embodiment and in that manifesting. It helps bring that manifestation around, but can you sustain it? Is your body, energy, and home environment or work environment like cultivated to save and to embrace it and to bring it in and keep it in? I don't know if you've had people like that who like they manifest it and then it's gone, right? Like all that money comes in and then it's like, what happened to it? So it's like,
it's like that. You get all this, and then all of a sudden, all these payments go out, and you go, wait a minute.
Yes.
So you're saying
manifesting invites it in, okay? But actualizing anchors it in. And that's really about the environment that helps you. And I'm talking about your soul environment, your body, your friend environment. I mean, all of that.
Well, and you do have to look at that because you have to look at your health and that environment around your health to your spiritual growth. What is your spiritual, right?
Yes.
And then you have to look at how are you showing up and doing those tasks? Because there's always tasks. You always have to do the dishes. You got to feed. You got to get it. There's a task.
Yes.
Oh, I like this. You're right. Because then it's also the relationship. Yes. And then it is also how we show up and serve people.
Oh, 100%. And what you were pointing to is not about like sacrificing yourself or making yourself smaller or putting their stuff first. It really is like a whole systematic approach to the whole environment that you encompass.
Yeah, bringing it all together. And this is an interesting one too, because in 2017, Harvard did a study, medical school did a study on chronic stress. Mm-hmm. And it showed that the area of the brain that is impaired involves the emotion, the emotional regulation, and the decision making. Now, the reason why I say this, because we have all heard about stress, right? And nobody wants to think about it. And you have this much stress or this much stress. Your body doesn't like it. Okay? They just doesn't like it. So, but yet, talk about the nervous system. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about how that works and why people why do people know when they're stressed and yet they hijacked it and they don't do anything? Like, why do they do that?
I think a lot of it comes to the amygdala getting hijacked, right? And if you're already stressed and your body is like, I love what you said, because it could be stressed this much, like, oh, I just have this much stress, right? But whether it's this much or, like you said, that much, sometimes that amygdala gets hijacked. And if you cannot or have the distinctions or tools to stand in your energy and in your body, you can go a long time with that amygdala hijack, and your nervous system can get into freeze or flight or, fawn even, or fight. That's one we don't use a lot, but, like that's something that happens. That's why people on the highways are always, you never know. So it really takes over the nervous system, and it's an opportunity, though, instead of making it wrong, to know, oh, this is a biological response. This is actually happening. And what can I do to actually recenter myself and get myself present?
So this is good because we're identifying that. Viewers, you know how I love these writer downers. This is a writer downer because, Erlinda, they don't see it. I mean, we don't, and I need to. And then I go, oh, I didn't see that. How do we give tool help them to get into this routine where they check in?
Yeah, I think it's this sense of, you won't know immediately until you practice. Okay. So you might know 5 or 10 minutes after, but the moment you realize, it might be days sometimes. I mean, I've been there. Okay. But the moment you realize, I think the one of the fastest ways, well, if you can, maybe not in Arizona in the summer, but if you can get grounding on the earth and your feet, right? Or the Chicago during the wintertime, that's one of the fastest ways to get yourself present in your body. But another thing is to really get and look around and start to notice things. You can look at scents. What do I smell? What does it look like? Get yourself present to your senses. That's another way to kind of get yourself back into your body and into your energy to move forward and to look at life newly between that amygdala hijack. So, or, like I have essential oils around me, so I just smell some essential oils, right?
Right. And what she's saying too is, in an angel way, is it's a pattern interrupt.
Yeah.
So if it's the oils, because I have oils too, and that helps me to pattern interrupt, but then I'll go outside. I've been here for almost my whole life, and the heat doesn't bother me at all. So I'll go out and boil for a few minutes. It's just like, but yet understanding that, most people are blocked in that way. And you have the warning sign. What she's saying is take the moment to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most importantly,
And
don't make it wrong. Like, really just get like, oh, I did that again, and do the pattern interrupt, as you say, like, jumping on a trampoline, or I like listening to the birds outside, or, you'll find little moments that you can capture.
And in those moments is when you can shift and look at your life differently. Yeah. And that's what I love more than anything is you have these major, beautiful events where people come and they transition. And just check out her website. You'll find out when the next one is. They're coming up all the time. I love them. And, they're powerful because looking at the energy in the quantum physics way of looking at energy.
Yeah.
And being able to give those tools to people.
Yeah.
So could you give another tool of how to help them to, what you're saying, activate your manifestation, not just.
Yeah. Well, one of the examples is if there's something you're looking to like call into your life, sometimes we think, oh, I just want to meet my soulmate. Well, yes. And let me tell you, there are a lot of connections with that. There's a whole system. That's why I like to be the Actualizing architect, because you know what? There's also their family. There's also his finances. So you are not just calling in a soulmate, my friend. You are calling in a whole system. And that's what I love, helping people actualize the system around it. Because if you are like, I want a soulmate, but I really, don't want to deal with their family, you might not know you don't want to deal with their family. It might be subconscious. I love helping people architect that whole system so that they're really knowing if that's what they want to bring in or not, because it's easy to say, I want a soulmate and what he looks like, but there's a whole system, because like maybe he, is bald and you forgot to put that on your list, or maybe he's, has kids, and there's a whole system, when you're calling in something as big as a soulmate, right? Or that's just an example, Angel Marie, but
there's many examples on that, because what we're really saying is, as you keep repeating your thoughts and your experiences and your physical change in the neural nets, neural pathways in the brain will change.
Yeah.
So getting that, and that is also a study out of the University College in London that I found that was like, wow, because it says that the brain can literally rewire itself as you repeat thoughts and experience. So how does that relate to moving beyond the manifestation and into the activation?
Yeah, I think that, a lot of times if you are doing that, what they're saying about repeating it and having it activate, that's saying you do know what that looks like. So, one of the things is like, if you are actually wanting to actualize something that you're unfamiliar with, like let's say you want to be a billionaire, like your brain might not know what that really looks like, so you have to craft, you have to architect, you have to craft what that looks like. Otherwise you're just bringing some past like vision into your memory and like projecting it, or visualizing someone else's. I think you were talking about that, like someone else's dream and stuff. You're like, oh, that's what it looks like, but you have to really architect what it looks like for yourself. That's what I would say for that component, but I think once you architect it, then you repeat it and you start to embody it in your environment. Yes, exactly.
Entrain and get into,
areas.
I love that, because we have to do the work. It's like you can't go out and play tennis without practicing.
Yes.
Well, people come to me and say, hey, how can I manifest this? How can I do meditation? Well, you gotta practice. You can't.
Yes.
And people don't. But I want to jump into something, because I really liked your website, because it's called Spa for Your Soul.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just such a beautiful image. But what does spa day for a soul actually look like in practice?
Yeah. So, I think the biggest thing was soul care is the new self-care. And that really, there became a time when getting your nails done and your hair done, and you should do that. Okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it became like another chore. I have to go spend 3 hours at the nail salon. And let me tell you, there's sometimes I love it. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just hurry up? But I wanted soul care to really be about not another item on your to-do list. So I really wanted the spa for your soul as somewhere you can nurture your soul, and feel that vibe up and really connect with not only nature and energy, but yourself in those quiet moments, and really look to see what it is you really want to manifest and really actualize in your life. And so I think that's where that came from, because I was like, I don't want another to-do list, like let's create things that feed the soul and expand the soul out in the world. So yeah.
That's beautiful. And I know that in your events, what you do is you help us to get there, to identify and to really feel it, embody that. And that's the thing. Isn't that different than just manifesting when you embody it? It's a different word.
Totally.
But what does it mean? What is that?
Yeah. So Like, for example, I remember I was doing that thing you were talking about, like repeating. I'm like, I want a Tesla. I want a Tesla. Like I was like visualizing it. I was, activating my RAS and yeah, right. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. My sister got the Tesla? Wait a minute. And then I realized that's what the manifesting was. It was like I brought it so close, but not embodied it. I wasn't being a person that embodied being a Tesla owner. And what I realized, once I realized that that's what it was different. And I was like, wow, I was manifesting it. It was in my awareness. I saw it everywhere. But I actually, and when I looked at the system, remember I was talking about, it's not just the item, it's the system. There's a whole system that needs to be connected to a Tesla. You have to have charging stations. You have to have, there's a whole different mechanism than an actual car. Right. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's not just about repeating it and about visualizing it. It's also about, oh, what are all the systematic connections related to that? And that was when I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with my manifesting. I'm great at that. But how do I actualize something? And is that something I really want? And that's what soul, paying attention to your soul really helps you discover. Yeah.
That's a great way. And listeners, viewers, right there, that's a writer downer because that is powerful. Because people say that I want $1 million. And the thing is your energy, your field, you can't manifest from a lack.
Mm-hmm.
And even research have found that when you come from a place of gratitude, so can we talk about how the gratitude helps?
Oh my God. Gratitude is such a high frequency that it's amazing. And I think that was the moment when you can be grateful and not make things wrong. Like if you can move your attention from all that make wrong or like, I wish I was better. I want to be like that comparison, all that stuff. Don't make it wrong. Just acknowledge it and then focus your energy on gratitude. I think that's one of the fastest ways to be able to start to shift your whole environment.
And this is another thing too, is we already talked about your environment also create. So if you're in a mess and there's lots of, it's hard for your energy to keep, it really is because you can't keep going on that.
Yes.
But then also Harvard University also suggested that in this study, and it was really interesting because it's an old one. I've been using it for a long time, but it's about how you position your posture. And what we're talking about is you being that archetype. You see all of this. Mm-hmm. And at your events, in your one-on-ones, in the things that you do, you help those high performers, don't you?
I do.
Because they don't always realize how they're showing up.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just love that because that is the personal power that I talked about too, but it's also the confidence and how people are showing up.
Yeah.
So, I just love this conversation. It's getting close though. So, but today we're going to do something that I love this part. Well, but wait a minute. Do you believe that activation starts in your mind, the body, the energy field, or all three?
Oh, I think it depends because I think sometimes you're really in your heart center and something tugs at your heart and that activates. Or sometimes you're in an intellectual conversation and then the mind activates and the thinking, right? So, and sometimes I think, you might be exercising or doing something with your body and that activates it. So I really think it depends on the situation. And I do think all of them are great. And, anywhere where you can get activated to be in your power, listen to your heart, your soul, right? I think that's where life should always happen.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. And I think also really feel that I hear a lot about, I need a sign. I need a sign. I need a sign. I need a sign. Can
I
you
love that.
create a sign? Can you tell the universe, "What? You give me a sign?"
Well, I usually tell the universe the sign I want, right? So I'll say something little, right? Like it could be like pink flowers, or like, something, and allow the universe to contribute that to you. But that really is you opening your mind to that something. So, asking for a sign, and sometimes I like to clarify, this is the sign I would like, right? And play with that too, because it helps you in the first phase of the manifesting, right? It's like opening your mind to see that thing. And yeah, I love that. That's so great.
That's a beautiful one. Yeah, very much so. I love this conversation. And you know what? Right now we're moving into the shine round, which is a one word or short phrase. So here we go. And I always love these. So get ready to go. And this is one phrase that separates activation from manifestation.
I'm going to say embodied alignment.
Ooh, good one, good one. One word that describes your leadership style. Your leadership.
I would say actualizing.
There you go, actualizing. Great, 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 great. And one word that defines personal power.
This one takes me a while, because I would say it's changed over time, Angel. But it's self-trust right now, stepping into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In one word, one phrase, word, whatever, that describes an aligned life. This is important because everybody in this alignment, What is
I have to use two words, but I think,
Go ahead.
okay, radiance and coherence.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't heard that. Yeah, that's a really good one. And one word people need more of right now. One word that they really need more of right now.
Grounding.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody's really flying. Yeah. And then one phrase that activates that transformation.
Mm.
What activates that transformation? One phrase, one word, but it can be more. Who I got her.
I think I'm going to say soul care.
Ah, very good. Yes, very good. I love that. Well, thank you. I mean, yeah. And that's just beautiful. And I want to give everyone to please tell me, what is your gift that you're giving today?
Yeah, so on my website, thespaforyoursoul.com, there's a free vibe up there. It's a recorded session, but it's clearing blocks to receiving blessings. And it is so amazing and powerful. And just make sure you have enough time, drink your water, make sure that you're set yourself up to really enjoy it. And I've had lots of people do the course, and like some people were like, I slept all day after. Like, it's really, there's a lot of things going on, but it really helps to clear those blocks. That's how you can start your journey towards actualizing.
Oh, fabulous. I really appreciate that. And you please use this QR code I'm showing you right here, or go to her website right there. Anyway, there's Facebook. There's so many ways that people can get in touch with you. And, this has been really great. And I would, as we wrap up, do you have any final words?
Yeah, just excited that in Phoenix, I'm kind of reestablishing myself and doing a big event coming up. So I hope people who are around here get to see it and whatnot. So yeah, and then the last thing I would say is it's an honor, Angel Marie. Thank you. And it's an honor to get to play in this space with you for transformation. And yeah, just gratitude. Gratitude. We end on gratitude and love.
And I so appreciate you, and I can't wait because we're going to be doing some things together. You just wait because you never know. So thank you so much. Until I get to see you next time, check out her stuff, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, honey. See you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, wasn't she fabulous? I mean, there was a lot of writer-downers. And to clear your blocks, to go through something to clear your blocks, go ahead and check her out and get that free gift, because that'll help. And you know what? I'd like to give you a free gift, because why? Because I can. And you know me, I love saying that. So here it is. It is your personal power really begins by learning how to manage your energy. It really does. And so this energy reset sessions gives you that simple tool to feel that calmer, think clearer, and to show up more powerfully. And that's in your life and, in your relationships and your work. So this is a must. It's a gift to you. So please go to angelmarieshines.com or just scan this QR code and sign up. And you know what? I get to see you online, and that is beautiful. I would love to see you online in the morning or whatever that is that you'd like to join us, because beautiful, and it will really help you to continue this energy field and move forward and hone in. That's what I want for you, because I love you that much. And every morning, again, on Instagram and on Facebook, I remind you how much I love you and how much you take in the breath. And also, within my 12 books that I have written, I would love, love, love if you would go ahead and use this QR code and go ahead, because I want you to go a little bit deeper, because these books, they just really hold the foundation of my teaching. And all of these years that I have been, almost 30 years of teaching. And I would love to sign this and give this to you. And they really hold a lot of my knowledge in those golden nuggets that I've been doing for so many years. So I want you to also, because I love you so much, just to mark your calendar for next week, because we're going to have an important conversation next week. And I want you to remember something, that your energy is the music of your life. So keep it tuned, keep it flowing, keep it activated, and keep it shining bright. Because I'm going to be right here every week for almost a decade, every week, and bringing you that wisdom, the energy, and the golden nuggets that will lift you higher. And also the guests from all over the world that are genius, brilliant, amazing, just like Erlinda and our guest next week. Because this isn't just a show; it's a movement. It is a global impact, and you're the one that helped me to get there. And remember something: I see you, I love you, and I celebrate you. And I want you to step into your personal power. So until I get to see you next time, keep igniting your energy. Keep activating your joy, and always elevating your betterment. Until I get to see you next week on EnergizeUtv, where energy meets modern life. Until I get to see you next time, bye now.
Before you go, take a moment and ask yourself one simple question. What am I taking with me from this conversation? I'm Angel Marie, and this is EnergizeUtv, where we help you